I'm afraid Dr. Odyssey doesn't know what to do with one character, and it's ruining the show's vibe. Dr. Odyssey finally made its mid-season return, but episode 9 highlights the medical drama's big characterization problem. Joshua Jackson leads the Dr. Odyssey cast of characters as Dr. Max Bankman, the new doctor aboard the Odyssey following a near-death experience. Joining him on the ship captained by Robert Massey, Don Johnson, are two nurses, Tristan Silva, Sean Teal, and Avery Morgan, Philippa Sue. Though Avery initially held a grudge against Max due to her ambitious goal of becoming the Odyssey's doctor, her drive now seems more like a fluke. While characters like Max and Captain Massey have remained fundamentally the same since the series began, others have had dramatic, and at times baffling, shifts in their personality, with none as egregious as Avery. Since Dr. Odyssey Season 2 remains unconfirmed, whatever the maritime procedural chooses to do with its ensemble cast in the pilot season could very well be the last form these characters ever take. It's natural for characters to grow and develop as a new show finds its identity, but Dr. Odyssey is potentially ruining Avery and, by extension, the show at large. Avery's character can't make up her mind in Dr. Odyssey Episode 9. The early episodes of Dr. Odyssey painted Avery as a headstrong but caring, ambitious but stubborn, intelligent but opportunistic character. It seemed as if the only woman in the main cast would at least have a nuanced personality, but her interesting dichotomies fade more and more with each episode. As a result of Avery, Tristan, and Max's love triangle romance in Dr. Odyssey, Avery unexpectedly becomes pregnant at the same time she was offered a scholarship to med school. Dr. Odyssey Episode 9 barely touches on Avery's dilemma, however, instead opting for a hypocritical jealousy storyline. Dr. Odyssey implied Max is the father of Avery's baby, but there's still no official confirmation. Avery is harsh with Max at the top of the episode, demanding space and insisting that she has no expectations of him. Yet after Dr. Brooke Lane, Adrienne Palicki, flirts with Max, Avery inexplicably becomes upset and confronts him about his fickleness. Ironically, no character is more capricious than Avery in Dr. Odyssey, as she either doesn't want what she has, wants what she can't have, or insists she doesn't know what she wants at all, while complaining if an opportunity passes her by. How Avery's indecisiveness could ruin her character and Dr. Odyssey. By making Avery such an inconsistent character, all of her best traits seem inconsequential and temporary at best. The Avery in Dr. Odyssey Episode 9 feels unidentifiable compared to Avery from Episode 1, which makes her one step forward, two steps back routine all the more frustrating. As a nurse practitioner with big dreams, Avery could be an incredibly compelling character. Unfortunately, Avery's biggest storylines end up playing second fiddle to the volatile relationship she has with Max, diluting her into nothing more than a hot and cold love interest, rather than a clear protagonist with independent arcs and motivations. On a broader scale, Avery's indecision risks squandering the upbeat, campy tone of Dr. Odyssey's luxury cruise ship. The procedural may be billed as a drama, but Dr. Odyssey's ridiculous theme weeks and exaggerated dialogue veer into soap opera territory, which isn't a bad thing. In a world where weighty dramas are a dime a dozen, there's something to be said about having a little fun. Instead of making Avery an ill-defined character in a world that takes itself too seriously, Dr. Odyssey should lean into its camp factor and keep its main characters on level footing. Enjoy Screen Rant's primetime coverage? Click below to sign up for our weekly Network TV newsletter. Make sure to check Network TV in your preferences and get the inside scoop from actors and showrunners on your favorite series.